Praise and adoration is what surrounds Persona 5. Despite being the 6th entry in a child series of a game, it's pretty well known. People talk about just 5 alone, and it stands out amongst some of even the biggest, best games out there. And the highest praise I can give this game is that I've finished it 4 times. So obviously I love this game, but with things that I love, I also have to be critical of as well. So before the game gets to all platforms, here is my spoiler-free review of Persona 5 Royal.
Looking cool, Joker!
One of the easiest things to note about this game is how much it oozes style. This is a pretty common compliment this game gets. Every section and element is littered with this comic book style that's quick and snappy, and over-designed it is not, as every element you interact with is quick and to the point. Even actions as small as choosing what to do in a fight are trimmed down compared to your normal turn-based RPG. There's a lot of time and effort put into this game in those aspects, and it really shows. And on top of being quick and efficient, the game still communicates what you need to know very clearly and effectively to you. One small flaw in this system is that once you've capped out your social stats, that beautiful chart and animation that shows up will continue to do so over and over and over again. It gets to the point where answering a question wrong in class is actually more effective than answering it correctly. But overall, it's still quick, snappy, and visually appealing. While Pokemon wasn't the first game to do this, it is the one that I think most people know very well to do this. You see, Pokemon took the idea of advantages and weaknesses and expanded it into a system of 17 different elemental weaknesses and advantages. Many other turn-based games attempt to emulate this concept or have done it before Pokemon even tried. Persona 5 Royal uses this idea while also combining it with some systems of its own. The success is hitting a weakness and the reward is an extra turn. That turn can also be passed to other characters in your party. By simultaneously downing every enemy, you can actually choose from a variety of actions. You can shake down the enemies for money, you can ask them to join you, you can ask for items, or you can unleash a giant AoE attack to take them all out. This game turns that system into a bit of an uphill challenge by giving the enemies the ability to also get extra turns by hitting your weakness. I still think they don't let it get too hard. Your enemies can't pass turns to each other, nor can they do large AoEs. They can, however, hold a teammate hostage in exchange for some of your resources or money, but in 4 playthroughs I encountered this once. All in all, I think the system actually works pretty well. You can still get punished for targeting enemies recklessly, but upping the difficulty I personally think should have offered all enemies the ability to pass turns to each other. Feelings you have during every beat of a story are matched by the music, and for Persona 5 Royal, there is a song for every occasion. The strength is not just in the highs and lows of the OST, it's also its ability to establish the right feeling in a scene. While many songs do get used multiple times throughout the game, there are also multiple songs that convey similar emotions. This way, these songs can be used in very slight changes in emotion for different scenes. It's something Persona 4 kind of had an issue with, where it used that famous piano jingle every single time something bad was happening. And it's probably not something you'll ever notice on single playthroughs, it's just something I picked up on as I continued to play the game and I explored the OST myself. But I think that small bit of variety actually helps keep me engaged in the game, and I don't start identifying the song every time I hear it.
Let me explain.
While I have high praises for P5R's story, I think it also is a little bit of a roller coaster. Not all arcs are created equal. While 5 has some strong story arcs and character arcs, I still think there are a few problems with its overall execution. In my opinion, none of these things do enough to really hurt the game, but no matter how much I praise this game, I'll always have issues with it. Nothing is flawless, and that's really not a problem. To me, even amongst all its flaws, Persona 5 Royal is a masterpiece of a story. It commits pretty heavily to its themes, though some side stories may take you out of it. And people will always disagree about stories and whether they're good or not. You can't expect everyone to like the same thing, or even care about the same thing. I do believe there's no substitute for playing the game, though. Even if you watch a playthrough, there are bound to be things that you're gonna miss. But to sum it up, without spoiling anything, from all its highs to all its lows, I love this game's narrative, nonetheless.
Tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday.
Side content is something that either tends to be really bad or really good. With P5R, I'd say it's the latter. Confidants exist as side content, but by improving your relationships with these characters, you can get access to a lot of things that bolster your dungeon crawling adventures. Insta-killing low-level enemies making grinding easy, being able to see attributes of your enemies before you fight them, and free boosts at the beginning of combat are just some of the bonuses you can get. What makes P5R fun and engaging is that for every dungeon you explore, for every confidant you boost, for every request you complete, the rewards always tie into other parts of the game. This cohesion is what makes it so satisfying and everything so captivating. Every action you take has some notable effect on your gameplay experience. This game is crafted to avoid empty returns for most important events, and that is what truly sets Persona 5 Royal apart in its side content from many other games. However, there will always be a drop in a fantastic experience, and for that I say there are some confidants whose skills are pretty worthless in the grand scheme of things.
This is it.
Knowing that Atlus wants to top this game is great. As the game has aged, so have the players. Tons of videos out there are pointing out the flaws with the game and details that just didn't live up to what people wanted. The real question is, can they do it? Topping Persona 5 Royal would be a feat, as there are many expectations and thoughts bearing down on Atlus. I'm personally unsure if they'll be able to do it. I mean, topping a masterpiece of a game is a lot of hard work. And with this game being a lot of people's first Persona title, I can't imagine creating something even better than that is easy. But let's leave that to the professionals. To put P5R on my tier list of games that I've played since starting this channel, I'm putting it up here at the tippy top. Like I said, it's a fantastic game. It has its lows, but they're so far and few in between that I don't feel like it damages the experience. And some of you may agree, and others may disagree, so let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Or maybe you're one of the potentially new fans excited to explore this game for the first time. Still, let me know in the comments, and I hope you enjoy your experience. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to the channel for more Persona, Atlus, and JRPG related content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.